This is the western coast of Milos, and we're coming down around the point to go to Kleftiko, and there's some really dramatic cliffs through here. So this island continues to give us surprises. It's really neat to see. There's these black veins of earth that are in there amongst quite white.
Hey, do you remember 20-something years ago, those cold nights?
This is our third and final video covering the Greek island group that has Milos as its star attraction. The unexpected find on our last night here was a truly amazing capstone event. We will fondly recall our time on and around Milos for years to come. We hope you enjoy this. Welcome to Life 4.0, where we share our experiences of living aboard Ceros, our 44-foot sailboat, while we travel together to new and exciting destinations.
We are anchored in Kastos.
Life 4.0 finds us taking an early retirement so we can travel and explore while we have the health and energy to do this in the way that we want. We spend about half of each year on our sailboat and the rest enjoying land-based living and exploration with a home based in the northeast of the United States. We hope you enjoy our Life 4.0 as you think about shaping your own. There is only one go at this thing called life. Make the most of it.
Coming into Kleftiko on the southern coast of Milos. It's been a very popular anchorage according to the write-ups. We're really excited to finally get here. A lot of tour boats come through here and a lot of sailboat charters, but not too busy today. We got a catamaran over there, stern to that pillar, and we've got a sailboat here, a tour boat. We're gonna poke around and find the best place to anchor.
In time, I'd pack my bags right now. If I could play back, rewind, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt. All we had was
We're headed towards this amphitheater. It might be our anchor spot for the night. All settled in on our anchorage in what I'm calling the amphitheater. I don't know what the locals might call this, but it's almost perfectly curved all the way around. And over here too. And there's some little holes in the rock there where birds are nesting. And Karen was making, opening up the hatches, and the hatches squeak when they open. I could hear it like reverberating and echoing back from the walls of the amphitheater, so very cool acoustics.
play back my life, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt. All we had was time. All we had was time. Every bad thing and every good, I wouldn't change it if I could. 'Cause it all led us up to this. Every moment, every kiss. If I could go back
So there's these little floaty things that we thought were breadcrumbs before to attract the fish, but they're actually, it's rock. It's like pumice. Let's see if I grab one. There. And there. They float. Amazing.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. I met a young man searching for glory. I took out a notepad and wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen.
Tom was so excited to go to the little beach here and fly the drone. The lighting was nearly perfect. In his haste, he didn't secure the dinghy well. He wouldn't notice it floating slowly away until he landed the drone and then took a look around. He ended up quickly stripping into his birthday suit to swim after it. So this is an incredible place. We're off the south coast of Milos, and this is an area called Kleftiko, and there are all these crazy cliffs. This is all volcanic, as we've mentioned before, but there's all these crazy cliffs, and the composition of stuff that comes out of a volcano is very erosive, if that's a word. It breaks down really easily. So you can see, you know, the wind and the waves create these caves all over the place. And one thing that's really neat is right up here, you can see that level of conglomerate rock. So the lower level there is all ash, and then so during the volcanic eruption, the ash would have fallen down, and then some subsequent event would have happened to create this layer through here. And you can see it all the way through there. You can actually see the same layer through there and through there. So of course this all used to be one landmass. Something happened to create various areas of erosion. It was probably previous caves that collapsed, and the stuff, you know, from the cave that created the cave, the walls of the cave and the ceilings of the cave, decayed and went to the bottom of the water, and then, you know, the additional structures just kept breaking down and breaking down and breaking down over years. Probably hundreds of thousands of years. I'm not sure when they think this volcano happened. I'm trying to look it up and see if I can put the information in the description of the video. But to me, the most interesting layer, I mean, the top layers are interesting because you can see something happened where there were light and dark. So, you know, as the volcano's happening, various wind patterns would give you either pure ash or ash with some more explosive material in it that was a little bit darker. So, you know, any of those layers at the top could just be explained by the event itself, just the regular occurrence of the event, which probably lasted, you know, multiple days, probably maybe even multiple weeks. It's just such a huge area. But to me, the most interesting layer is that layer right there, where you can see those huge rocks. So what ended up happening here is there was probably a secondary explosion event, you know, partway through the volcano, the volcanic event that was hot but not so destructive that it turned everything to ash. So it sent all these rocks up into the air, and it's a huge explosion. Definitely can send these massive boulders, rocks up into the air. And as it does this, those rocks come down and basically create a layer. They land down, and because it's not quite as hot as the other events that are happening at the time, they don't break down. They stay in their rock form as they had been expelled from the volcanic event. And then additional ash comes on top of it, additional ash or potentially lava flow, because you can see smaller conglomerate up above there, up in that area. And that is potentially flow from the volcanic event. But anyway, just absolutely fascinating. And then for whatever reason, this little guy sticks up here, so something has created it to be a little bit stronger than everything around it. So while wind and weather and erosion have taken everything around it away, it somehow has not touched that little pinnacle. So anyway, I love geology. It's pretty fascinating, and it's beautiful. The following day, we anchored over here. We wanted to explore more, but so many tour boats cruise through the area just to the west of here and all throughout the day that we opted for this slightly quieter area. The snorkeling here was just as amazing. Lots of very deep caves.
There was a cave on the other side when we went last night, and we saw it came through to here, so we're going to see if we can find that entrance. It might be straight ahead of us. Into one of these caves last night, the dinghy, and went way in back in there. So today we have the flashlight with us to figure out what it looks like deep inside. Come in if you dare. There's that layer Karen was talking about, a little pumice or lava stone. Dark layer.
Strawberry love, you know I wanna share it with you, share it with you, share it with you. Hey baby, if you're looking for some crazy, I tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over, we can take the roller coaster, and you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide.
The next day, we headed further east along the jagged southern coast of Milos.
Karen's going out to swim on the anchor. We're on the south side of Milos, at a place called Tiscardo Beach, and you can see it up there, a tiny little beach, accessed by a ladder, of all things. So we got some nice sandy bottom here, and the anchor I'm sure dug in well, but Karen's just going to double check it and make sure. Hillside up there is a remnants of a mining operation. You can see from a distance where they had okay, just giving a thumbs up on the anchor. Up there you could see when we were coming in the remnants of the terracing that they had done to sort of surface mine the area, and then the sand has blown in. You can see some of the sand blowing off the bluff up there. It's filled in a lot of the terracing and made it like one big white sandy slope. We're gonna get some lunch and then maybe do a little snorkeling around some of these caves. There are caves aplenty in Milos. And we may be the only boat here at night after day boats leave.
So Milos just doesn't stop giving. We were around the corner and downwind of a mining operation, probably an old, not in use mining operation, but it produced a huge amount of dust onto the boat with every strong gust. So we came here this is Kalamos Beach, and it's just funky how all this rock up here is twisting and turning, and I think it's largely wind and then probably rain erosion whenever they have rain, which is not very often. But pretty neat little area here, one of a million. We weren't even going to come here. There's really nothing remarkable about it other than it's remarkable, and you know, there's just so much to see on Milos that you can keep going, and there's always something additional to check out. So this is a charter boat that we've seen around a lot. They're basically day trips. They leave one of the harbors. They bring people around to different anchorages and allow them to experience the coves and the caves and the beaches, and then they take them onward. So it's a nice opportunity for people. So we're going to wait until they're all gone, and then we're going to go swimming. And my husband is just about to fly his drone.
Yep.
Here. Yes. Okay, it's windy, and I always get incredibly nervous when he does this, so I'm going to stop the recording. And the sun is just about to set. It's about 7:30, and we're in a pretty high walled caldera, and I think that's why we're gonna lose the sun earlier than we would otherwise. Actually, it makes the colors on this cliffside really stand out. You can see more pinks and rose, pink colors, green colors, yellow. It's pretty amazing. So it has been pretty windy today, pretty nutty on and off, but right now we're having quite a calm and enjoying our evening. It's beautiful. We were swimming earlier and we just randomly decided to sort of go over to this area because it looked pretty and it looked like there might be a cave over there. And when we got over there, we noticed that there was a bunch of bubbles coming up in various areas all around these rocks, and that the water was very warm. And we discovered a hot spring. So we'll show you that. That was really, really neat. So Tom, we thought we would just go for a cool off swim, and then Tom's like, oh, I gotta go get the camera. This is too cool. So he swam all the way back to the boat and grabbed the camera, came all the way back. So, pretty neat, huge bay that we have all to ourselves.
I tell you, everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over. We can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride.
It was so comfortably warm that we didn't want to swim away.
It's getting kind of crazy.
If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to get notified of new videos.
Here, everybody wants to ride in the water slide. Baby, if you're looking for some crazy